Welcome to Mailbag, the show that would never be so subservient as to call anyone your excellency, unless maybe Leighton Baines joined the call. I am joined by Mike, Laura, and Sam. Before we kick off, even before the Raffograph, just on the subject of titles, sent out a Wikipedia page before, just with a list of titles on. Sam, did you pick one that you'd like to be called?
Oh, I'm stuck between Her Illustrious Majesty and Assistant in Virtue.
Solid. Oh God, yeah.
Like I don't think I could do full-time Virtue, but I could set one up for the tap-in, you know.
What was the other one?
Her Illustrious Majesty, but I think that might be pushing it a bit.
I know, it's a good one, isn't it? It's setting you up there, isn't it?
Illustrious sounds quite like fancy, doesn't it?
Yeah, you'd be knocking about in gold lame, basically.
Yeah, could do that.
Yeah, that works. Laura?
Yeah, so I had a quick look at these before, just after work then, and I did say to you that I'd probably pick something beginning with A because I'm dead lazy on this list. So I went with Alderman, an elected member of council, because I'm dead salty about the fact that I didn't win my SU elections at uni, so I think I'd have that.
God, this is going to haunt you forever, isn't it?
It is haunting me forever, the fact that I did it dressed as a lobster, so yeah.
See, if you'd gone to Liverpool uni, you would definitely have won the elections dressed as a lobster.
I don't know, I think people would have just thought she's a fucking knobhead.
Lobster pot connotation.
Lobster pot, yeah, she works at Lobster pot, free chips, done.
Straight in there, you'd have nailed it.
And they always offer free chips, the ones that win as well. They always go free chips in the canteen and everyone goes, sound, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't matter what, you know, it was like free broadband with Labour, yet the country scoffed at it. You're like, Mike.
I was looking through the list, Les, but I don't think there's anything quite as good as when Homer set up his own internet company. I can't remember what he called it, but he gave himself the title of Junior Vice President. So I think that is always the go-to when you think of a position in a company. I always go, wonder who the Junior Vice President is. Homer Simpson.
Like that, yeah. There's just enough leeway there to not get sort of like lumbered with everything, isn't there?
Yeah.
Junior Vice President. Yeah, fully into that. I saw Cardinal Nephew, which sounds a bit shit.
I mean that could be the Raffograph. That could be somewhere.
Yeah, that is 7 to 9 on the Raffograph, isn't it? Cardinal Nephew. I'll use that next week.
But it kind of sounds like the Cardinal pops round every few months and gives you 20 quid. Like I quite like the idea of that.
God's Wife was another one.
Interesting.
I know. Gong Bao sounded quite good. But Handsome Fairness was one that I sort of landed on and thought, where the hell's that come from? So we Googled it. And the first thing that came up, it's actually an Indian male skincare range. Handsome Fairness. And it's got a tagline, get, set, handsome. Come on. You know what I mean? I am invested in some of this stuff.
I mean, FC Handsome could sponsor that, really, couldn't they? You know,
an extra handsome slip though at the moment.
What three Everton players then would you have for get, set, and handsome?
Oh, go on, Laura. I'm going to defer to you on this. Well, no, it's going to be.
Well, we know how it's going to start, don't we? Seamus Coleman, Ben Godfrey, and Andre Gomez.
Oh, Gomez has got to deliver the handsome, hasn't he?
He doesn't do anything else, does he? But Calvert-Lewin in there, definitely. Come on, he's got to be in there.
I think he's pretty rather than handsome.
Oh, okay, yeah. I reckon he will be handsome by the time he's about 30.
I'll be really DCL.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd be a lot more chiseled than handsome. Obviously, this doesn't kick in until you reach your 40s, by the way. There we go.
Yeah, he's pretty rather than babyface, because babyface you get to about 40 and suddenly, you know, like Bernard Sumner from New Order.
Yes, and Mark Owen from Take That.
Yeah, and just, you hit 40 and oh boy, does it go downhill.
Oh, you go so downhill. Oh, God.
Okay, yeah, I think Handsome Fairness for the advocate. I'm going to go with Despot anyway. So there you go. Despot Roberts got a ring to it. Right, onto the Raffograph now. So 0-3 this week is just a massive boo. 4-6 is silence. 7-9 applause. 10 is Raphael to the tune of Super Kev. Where are we on the Rafa graph? Mike, I keep going to call you Louise because that's what it says on
I'm still towards the top. I wouldn't say 10, so I don't think I'm all the way there yet. But I think I said on the mailbag before, I think is it the 30th of November, the derby? I think that given a favourable result, and if it keeps going as it is, I think that's the first time we could hear a chorus of Rafa at Goodson Park.
I think we will, won't we? I think if we do them in any way, even
if talking about this,
as long as we do them in a cop-out way.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. Can you imagine this is where our luck turned? It was like the Monkeys bollocks in League of Gentlemen, but like.
Oh, a 96-minute penalty, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm into this.
Do you know what? I don't know if I could handle the stress of the wait before the penalty was kicked in the 96 minutes.
No.
It would be sweet retribution for Mane, though, wouldn't it? That.
Oh, yeah. Let's not dream just yet.
I don't want to start thinking about it because honestly, the pain is just too much.
Sam, where are you on the Rafa graph then?
I'm solidly central, but like you say, it'll pivot on the derby, and I've been maintaining that position since I started. I can't. Annoyingly, after Man U, I can't really criticise him, and I find that really irritating. But yeah, if do the derby, and I'm ready to let go.
Fair enough. I think there's a lot of people waiting for that. We're gonna get twatted 5-0, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's just gonna go horribly wrong. Laura, where are you on this then?
I'm probably, if I had to give like a number, probably about 7. Because I was pleasantly
surprised.
That's
applause.
Yeah. After United particularly, went into it with sort of expecting to get absolutely twatted. Ronaldo's going to have an absolute field day, and then came out of it pissed off that we didn't win, to be honest. So I think again, with the derby, which we all know is going to go absolutely tits up, and they're all going to be singing Rafa, and we're going to be crying. Don't bite me. Stop it.
Weird, isn't it? It is going to be strange.
Yeah, it's going to be really bizarre. I've never dreaded a derby more, to be honest.
Yeah.
They'll be clapping him as well, won't they? They'll give him polite applause because they're horrible. Well,
I've spoken to a few Liverpool fans about him, and I don't know if it's just them saying that in the sort of pat on the head kind of way, but they've sort of said they can't dislike him and they kind of hope he does well. But I think that's fine until he actually does well, and then do the heads right in.
I don't think he ever will, but if he does well, there might, this is years down the line, and he's been in charge for 7 games, but if he ever became our Rafa instead of their Rafa, then I don't think they'd know how to handle that.
No.
They would just combust, and it'd be great.
I mean, for the years of shit we put up with, I think we deserve something like this.
We do, we really do, and I'm begging for it to happen, but.
So, sorry, lads, you sounded like a Newcastle fan then.
That sense of entitlement, do you think?
Yeah.
Oh God! Do you know what? I just want to put on the record that I think everyone here as well hated Newcastle before they had money. There's going to be all kinds of people who hate Newcastle now. I just like to put it out there. I definitely hated them before they had the money and the dodgy record.
It's the go on it, away, don't you? I bet we're the best away fans you've had, aren't we? Oh, I mean, I bet you never normally see this, do you? It just means more up here. Oh, Christ. Give me strength.
That football fan exceptionalism is dead weird. It's like everyone thinks they're special and unique. It's like, well, you're not really, Just turn up like the rest of us.
Didn't they bring about 5 fans to Goodison last time?
Oh, yeah. I don't think they sold out the last few years, have they?
No, they're shite.
Exactly. On that bombshell, I can't really go any further than that. They are shite. We're going to hot topics. So this week, as we're playing West Ham, we will have. I tell you what, because it's Moyes and he's finally going to work out how to beat Benitez. We'll have David Moyes, Everton players. So anyone Moyes signed or coached or he played for Everton, was. So the first one, give me your alternative Christmas dinner.
Velios.
Nice.
He was team handsome.
He was tall as well. No. Dreamboat.
He could tower over you and everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what story this is from?
Is it just because there's going to be nothing for Christmas dinner?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Pretty much. That's it. It's that basic. Go ahead then. What would you what's your alternative Christmas dinner?
Well, I've been pushing for this year, and like last year it was obviously you couldn't see anyone, so it was just us three. And like I know it was like hard for a lot of people and you're not seeing everyone, but that was like the complete reverse for us, and it was really good. So now we're trying to come up with how it can just be us again. So I'm really pushing to go to the Indian in Walton Village. That's doing 3-course Indian and a few other bits. It's only like 45 quid. I'm like, that's going to be amazing. Let's just say we're booked there. They won't want to come. So we can just do that. But yeah, I'm pushing for that this year. So that'll be my alternative. I think an Indian on Christmas Day would be boss.
Yeah, and you might as well try it now.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's a belting idea. Yeah, go for that. Sam?
Well, I'm a bit the same. Like, okay, so there's going to be no turkeys. Like, I'm always cooking, so I never feel like it by the end anyway. Because after you slaved over a son of a bitch turkey that nobody likes for like 5 hours, you don't want to eat it anyway. So I'd be perfectly happy if I just gave everyone half a plate of roasties and half a plate of pigs in blankets. Just the 2 bits that everyone likes. Loads of gravy, pigs in blankets, roasties. That's all anyone wants anyway.
Go for that, yeah. Maybe bread as well.
Yeah, loads of bread, yeah. Let's not be hasty. We're going out as well, to be fair. Like, it's the first, yes, last year was the first year we'd done it with my sisters, and I think she realised how much faff it was. So we're just like, sod it, we're going out this year. Yeah. We're being fed and not washing up.
I know it's that bad on the people who are working it, but like, come on, let's do it. You don't have to do the washing up yourself. This is it.
Yeah,
it's the future.
Hopefully they're on a decent hourly rate.
Doubt it. I think probably not.
Oh, well.
They should tell you that. It's like they should tell you that when you book, that if someone's being paid like triple wages, because you do want to know that. You don't want to be like sort of feudal lord with it.
bring me my turkey.
Yeah.
You're going to be going down in your dressing gown, aren't you? Your slippers walking down. At the king of Walton Village.
Yeah. Just checking with the managers. Are you paying more than £6 an hour? I want to know about me tip here, mate. Come on.
Well, that's it. That's the other side. You can leave a massive tip. Yeah. Laura.
Well, I quite like Christmas dinner. Like I love being at home and my dad cooks and I do nothing. So I just sort of enjoy it and do nothing. But for years, my brother, because he's dead fussy and he's only just stopped being fussy at like the age of 22, 23, whatever he is. He used to have literally just a big bowl of plain pasta with salad cream for Christmas dinner, and that was it. I'm not even joking. Like, literally all he literally used to have, massive bowl of pasta, salad cream, done.
You still speak to him a lot, or what?
Oh, he's only just started having like Christmas dinners at Christmas, so
God, yeah, he wasted 20 years
of dinners. It's mad, isn't it? Absolutely mental.
But does he eat that all year?
He used to, yeah. Like because we've got family in the US, we always used to go like visit them, and any restaurants we went to, my mum and dad had to say, he just wants plain pasta. Don't put any butter on top of it, because they always put like butter and like a bit of parsley on top, like nothing green, no, just boil it in water, put it in the bowl, bring it out. That's it.
Wow.
Did he wear like a little multicolored hat with a propeller on as well when you talk? Just to like, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how he's lived this long, to be honest.
Yeah. I am shocked by that.
But we are toying with the idea of going out this year. which my dad quite fancies doing because he's always the one that's cooking and doing all the faffing. So I can't blame him for that, to be honest. But
yeah, everyone's into going out this year. Picked a good year.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not pasta.
You could have it at your gaff.
I'm not cooking for everyone. No.
Hey, you can get a big bag of pasta for like £3 from Costco.
Yeah, everyone's having this Christmas dinner.
Like one of those caterers' vats of salad cream.
Yeah, the buckets of them.
Oh my God.
That'd be my brother's dream, honestly.
One of the worst things I've ever seen was he used to work in like a coffee shop place, and he did like tuna pasta paninis. But they'd have like the big industrial sized tins of tuna with big vats of mayonnaise, and they just
Tuna pasta
stare it all up. Was that
tuna pasta paninis?
Yeah.
Tuna and pasta in a
No,
panini.
sorry, just tuna paninis. Tuna
Right.
mayo meant. So they just get a massive tin of tuna, a massive vat of mayo, just mix it all together, and it's just something really vile about tuna mayo in this massive plastic tub. It was grim. It was all clean, but it just seemed horrible. Right, next up. Dream Festival headliner.
I don't actually know what the story is.
Yelovich.
Go ahead then.
Is it Glastonbury announced Billie Eilish going to be Friday night?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, right.
I didn't even see that.
Oh, everyone was going mad about it, even though she's like massive and amazing.
Everyone
really
goes mad
strange.
about the Glastonbury headliner every single year, don't they?
If you would go to a festival for the headliners, you're going for the wrong reasons. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's that is it.
Exactly. If you're still like asked about seeing music by the time the headliner's on.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was meant when it was meant to be on. I think it was Taylor Swift. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, I'd take that over Taylor Swift.
But
Billie Eilish.
her fans are like weird though, aren't they? Like they'll buy stuff throughout the year to get tokens to get tickets for and stuff. Like they are obsessive.
Quite the scheme, that.
Pyramid.
It's quite the
Yeah.
pyramid stage.
Yeah.
eh?
Synergy. Sorry, I haven't done a party bit for ages.
Yeah.
Where were we then, Mike? What's your Dream Festival headliner?
Well, it won't ever happen now, but I'd say the best supergroup ever, the Travelling Wilburys. So Bob Dylan, Jeff Lynne, Roy Orbison, Tom Petty, and George Harrison. I'm not sure they did many concerts. They only did like 3 albums, and it's just like a collection of 5 boss people who were all amazing in their own right. So I think they would be my dream festival headliner.
That is a shout. Get George Harrison to do some of his own songs as well.
Yeah. Instead of just getting told that they weren't good enough by 2 of his colleagues. Yeah.
I mean, that's a bit of a shitter though, isn't it? You're writing these dead good records, but you're up against Lennon and McCartney.
Well, that's why I can't wait for this new documentary on Disney, because I think it's just get the Lennon and McCartney going, yeah, it's all right, George, but have you seen Let It Be? It's all right, that one, innit? Yeah.
You do want a bit more like this next time.
Yeah.
We'll have a listen. Yeah, it's 6 hours, that, isn't it? It's 3
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it'd be ace. Laura?
Dream headliner for me would be Oasis, because of my age. Obviously, I haven't seen them. Obviously, seen like Noel live, but it'd be Oasis for me. Like that would be the dream.
Oh my God, she's so young. that is such an affront to the rest of us.
I've just thought that's like me saying that, and like me talking about the Beatles when my dad's there.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have seen them.
Laura was born the year that Oasis did Nebworth, so there you go.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not.
I just got tickets to Liam Gallagher at Nebworth as well, so I'm taking the kids.
That'd be cool.
That'd be sick.
Good luck getting home on that one.
I don't know what to do. I've booked like a car parking space as well, but I don't know whether it's just like trying to find a hotel and get a taxi in, or
sleep in the car.
Yeah.
That's a shout, actually. I could just put the seats down and sleep in the car, yeah. Sam?
So my standard answer to this is always Pulp, but at the minute, I reckon like Lil Nas X is my thing. I think he'd be amazing. I think it'd just be really baroque and big, and it'd be like straggling like a glitter cock or something. I'd be well into that.
Can you imagine all the Glastonbury bars though?
Oh well, that's benefits. That's a benefit of this plan, if anything.
Is
Like-
that meant to be a
Better,
good?
can't it?
Is that meant to be a guitar?
I thought you meant to play that. Jesus. Right, from glittery cocks, we'll go on to ask everything then. One from last week that I explicitly missed from Ed. I can't remember why I missed out on it, but it passed me by. Ed asked, Steve Bruce has written 3 football-based crime novels: Defender, Striker, and Sweeper. No, really. All exclamation marks after it, just to highlight the importance of it. He's going to have some free time soon, but can he do a 4th? What should the title and the synopsis of his next thriller be? Sam, first on this.
Right. Counterattack. The vengeance of a wronged man. It's weird because, like, if you ever read passages from these books,
I've not.
He's-
We'll do after this.
oh, they're hilarious, and he's like really effusive about the club ownership in this, like in them. So I reckon it would be him setting up a murder and pinning it on Bin Salman, as if that has any like material consequences for Mohammed bin Salman.
It really happens, and not happens.
Hey, he's got form. Come on, he's got form. We know this.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it would have been Bin Salman that's done his Star Striker, that's done Allington Maximan. Actually, no, I can't talk about murdering a real life person. Like maiming, he's been maimed. He's fine. He will be fine. But he's he's been a bit stabby.
He's
And-
murdered Julio Giorgio off the Fast Show.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, counterattack. I think that's made for him.
I love that counter-attack. Boss, he needs to do this. Laura?
I honestly haven't thought of one. I've been like trying to rack my brain all day, but I'm just shit at this sort of stuff.
Just think of a football phrase and lash an exclamation mark after it. Into your head, go ahead.
Offside.
There you go, that'll do. Offside, the story of a footballer who likes to play away. There you go. Yeah. Mike?
Well, mine was going to be called Manager! Exclamation mark. But now you've just said how to use it, a football phrase. You've got to use everyone's favourite football phrase. Fuck off, Osman. So it's got to be, but I don't know what the synopsis is now. If I was, I don't know.
Local lad done good, gets hard time, basically, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Gets hard time, goes and works in the media.
Do you know what's the awful thing about it though? I keep hearing his voice and mistaking him for Stephen Warnock.
Same. He sounds exactly like him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Which is just awful.
Are you in your head just going, oh, fuck off, Warnock? And then you're like, oh, Osman.
Yeah, that's just made me think, like, the whole polarization of Twitter and everything, life basically about Tom Davis. If Twitter had been around, it's a cliche, but when Osman was playing, it would have just gone off big time, wouldn't it? He got so much shit, but he was a good player.
He actually was a very good player, and
Yeah.
and the shit he gets.
Sorry, did you mean Tom Davis brackets captain close brackets?
That one, yeah. Yeah, TD26 for life.
Top right back.
Top right.
Oh, yes. Come on. I know these things. Right, next one. Warren has asked, what would it take, or what would you have to receive for you to face your biggest fear? So first off, what's your biggest fear, and what would you take to face it? So mine's probably getting eaten by a shark, or my kid's getting eaten by a shark. So I really wouldn't take any monetary recompense to start.
every question like this has that sort of built into it. It's like, what would it take for you to completely fuck up your life?
That's basically it, isn't it?
Literally.
Yeah. Go on, Dan, Sam. What would it take for you to completely fuck up your life? I mean,
Well,
I've done it for nothing on a number of occasions, but
I reckon my biggest fear is like destitution. So I'd do that for 6 months for a big house and an annual salary. Like, I think that's fair dues. I'll do 6 months, and if I can retire now, absolutely.
yeah, that's a shout. That actually, yeah, 6 months of destitution for a life in retirement.
Yeah,
Why not?
I know.
It was like that question, wasn't it? What would you sooner like have £50 million now, or go back to being age 10 and have all the knowledge you know now? I mean, the answer's got to be going back to age 10, hasn't it? You just
I think I'd still balls bits up.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh fuck! Tottenham didn't win the '87 Cup.
Yeah, it'd be like a 10-year-old trying to buy property in London.
I'll just get us a Gaff and Shoreditch, I promise you. Fuck's sake. Mike, biggest fear, what would you do?
See, my biggest, I'm not so bad now, but my biggest fear when I was a kid was dogs. Not the lovely dog that is running around behind Laura, like mean dogs. Yeah, like barky dogs. And like, still now, I'm a bit, but even like 10 years ago, if I was walking with the missus and like a dog came close, I'd like almost get behind her just in case something happened. So
human shield.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like it's just like, and if I was on my own, I would cross the road. Like honestly, like it was but it's what it's. I know yours is sharks, but you're not gonna like. This is
unlikely.
This is like real every day. But I'm not so bad now. But what would they do? What would they do to be in a room with dogs? I don't know. Euro Millions is pretty big tonight, isn't it?
Like Keith Lord.
Yeah. And do you know what? Like in that instance, that's like free exposure therapy. You'd probably be all right after that, after you'd had, complete exposure. So you'd be cured and you would be a millionaire.
That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Exposure therapy could be the title. We'll get it past Matt, though. You'll have the wrong idea completely.
Keith Lard's exposure therapy.
And do you know what? I do know what you mean about dogs, though. When I was a kid, at the top of my nan's road, I had to walk around past this house to go to the shop, and there was a massive Rottweiler that would always jump up at the fence and just bark really and look dead threatening. There was no need.
I always think, where's the enjoyment in a dog like that? Like, and I don't know if you've seen, you probably all have, Delph. It makes me hate him more that he's got a massive dog, like a massive one. And you're like, where's the enjoyment in having that dog? It's just angry all the time. And maybe he's injured running after it. I don't know.
It makes him feel dead hard, doesn't it? Having that dog?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Little player.
I can understand the fear of dogs, even though I'm a dog lover. When was it? A couple of years ago, I was attacked by a German Shepherd in Lincoln, and it had a big coat on, and luckily it just ripped my coat on my arm, but it had gone for my arm. And the guy who owns it was like, "Oh, really sorry, it's just because we've walked past a kid, and she's scared of kids." And I went, "Oh well, it's a good." It's a good not the fucking child that it would have easily killed, like a 5-year-old child. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually glad it's just taken my arm.
Do you know what? At least that's honest. It's better than it's just being friendly.
Yeah.
It's just mold. Yeah.
There was no friendliness to this dog whatsoever. It went for me, and I was like, shit, I don't know what to do here, because that dog is big. But as an anxious human being, I have many fears. So how long have you got?
We've only done half an hour, so we've probably got another half an hour, I reckon.
Death.
There's only 2 questions left, so we won't be that long.
Do we have to take notes here?
No, I'm with Les on sharks, to be honest, and it's totally like completely irrational. When am I ever sort of coming face to face with a shark? But like, it's like I have this weird fascination with them as well. Like I follow like Instagram accounts about like ocean life and sharks and stuff, and I find it dead interesting. And like I love the water and being out on the water and being in the water, and like
But you're pulling your neck, you're pulling
I
your
know.
jumper. It's getting
it makes me feel all like weird, but I couldn't, one of them shark tanks or something like that. I couldn't. Oh, no, it'd take a lot.
Yeah,
Or
I'd love to do the big cage.
yeah, but I'd be shit scared. I'd need like some kind of stabby thing to.
It was like an electric pole or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe not in the water. I don't know. What do you fend them off with?
It would take a lot of money, probably the Euro Millions, if someone could guarantee that I just had to go in that for like, I don't know, a period of time. Not a stupid amount of time because, can't breathe underwater, but like a certain amount of time.
I'm sure they give you an aqualung, to be honest.
and then when I get back up on the boat, there's the money stacked up there. Yeah, good to go, sound.
Do you know what the thing is, though? You say the Euro Millions, and I agree with that. But I wouldn't like to get caught in someone bidding me down because I reckon I could go embarrassingly low.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's always the best game when you go, would you do this for £1 million? And you go, 100 grand,
Yeah,
50 grand,
probably
20
so.
quid. yeah, probably would.
Yeah, I suppose that's the one, isn't it? What is your baseline?
We've had this chat in a group chat before now. What is the baseline? It was probably something more sexual, though, I think.
Yeah, there will definitely have been some sort of
Like,
heavy element to it.
Yes, it's stuff like that I worry that me baseline would be too low for me.
I mean, yeah, people get paid for that. Yeah, Foxy's asked, and he's stolen this from Everton Q&A thing they do with the players. Would you rather be, I mean, this kind of leads on nicely from the deviants section. Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly? Doucoure wanted to be invisible. Make of that what you will. Interesting choice, Abdoulaye. Mike?
I think wanting to be invisible is a bit pervy, to be honest.
There's no other reason, is there?
No.
Changing my answer then.
Yeah, I'm sure Abdoulaye means it for like, being, unseen in the midfield and stuff like that. But
Sure
no, I'd say, I don't know, flying's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'd have to go with that.
Yeah, defo. I was just worried if you got knackered, like sort of up there. So badly, couldn't it?
Or
If you're running, you can just like slow down and stop. If you're flying,
I do, yeah, but I just assumed that if I had the power of flight, I could just. It's not like an endurance and stamina thing because I'm shit at running anyway, and I'm constantly injured, so I've got no hope for flying.
so you'd fly like Superman, not flap your wings. No,
Yeah,
you didn't have wings. You flap your arms. What if you had to flap your arms to fly?
No.
Just flying then.
No.
You look a bit of a knobhead doing it, but at the end of the day, you are flying.
Are you the only person that can fly though? Is this like a human thing?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's just your thing. Yeah,
Then you're gonna look like a right knobhead, aren't you?
you're flying. So while you're up there, you can be like that.
But you can't because you're like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is fraught with pitfalls. This, I know.
Yeah.
But this is a no-brainer for me, though. Like, if you're invisible, you can commit a heist. If you can fly, what are you going to do? Like, you can get stuff off high shelves, and that's like literally about it.
But
What
haven't you
sort
ever?
of flying can we do like long haul flights ourselves? Like, is that like airplanes done for good? Because I'd be on board with that. I can travel free.
It's just why those ones is like you can't. Have you ever been somewhere and you're like, I just want to be home right now, and like that flight would get you there quick.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's a shout, actually.
Getting out of Goodison, that would be handy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, just fly out the park end over everyone.
It's like when you fly into Manchester instead of Liverpool because the tickets were 50 quid cheaper, and you get to Manchester and you go, I'd pay 200 quid to be in Liverpool right now.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Although, to be honest, for me, it's probably less of a hassle getting back from Manchester Airport. It's weird.
I was just going to say, being out and speak isn't ideal either, is it? Like, that's
Miles away from everywhere, I'm pretty convinced.
Yeah.
Well, it's not from my house, so there you go. It's about 3 miles from my house. Happy days.
Fair
But I
enough.
think
Sam, what are you doing then? Invisibility, I guess.
Yeah, obviously, like in a non-pervy, sinister way. I promise I won't look at anyone. I promise I won't be like looking for boobies or whatever. But yeah, absolutely. And I said heist, but I could equally solve crimes. You know, you could do all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, you counterbalance the heists with some.
Yeah, with
not
crimes
basically-
that I think are appropriate.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable being the moral arbiter of that because, of course, I am virtue. What am I? Assistant.
The regional, no.
Oh, what title was it? Assistant in virtue. I'm assistant in virtue, so I can be trusted with this. See.
There you go.
we're invisible Dexter. So.
All sorts of possibilities. Ed's sort of gone one step further than this. Would you rather be invisible, able to fly, or Abdoulaye Doucouré? Sam?
Abdoulaye Doucouré in a heartbeat.
Laura?
Abdoulaye Doucouré, absolutely.
Mike?
Blouse. Abdoulaye Doucouré. I mean, he's never tired, that lad. Just like,
He doesn't need to fly. He can carry on running.
If he could fly forever. He'd be
yeah.
Superman.
Love him.
Fair shout. Last question. Matt's asked, after Jack Wilshere's revelation that he ran off after Seamus Coleman legged him down the tunnel,
Love this.
why is there no footage of this? Come on.
I think I remember it, but that's because I've got a fucking memory bank of everything that Seamus Coleman has ever done. Yeah, I was made up to see this today.
Oh, it's great stuff. Have you ever completely bailed on something when realising you're totally in over your head? So Dave replies to this and said, I once got stuck at Go-Away on the stirrup section in front of a load of teenagers. So after taking 30 minutes to get down amidst laughter all around, waiting for my mate to finish, never been back. Fair enough, you know. That's absolutely horrific.
That is.
Sam, go ahead then. Have you ever been in over your head and just bailed?
I've got a football one actually. I turned up at this thing that was like, it was advertised as like, oh, it's just a gentle, friendly five-a-side, and we just have fun. It's just adorable. Like, you don't need to be good. It's fantastic. And the warm-up it started with a 2-mile run. And then it was like the most intense circuits I've ever done in my life. And about halfway through the circuits, I was like, you know, I've made a terrible mistake. So I just like upped and left without even kicking a ball.
Fair enough.
And I stand by that choice.
Do you know what? The 2-mile run, that'll be enough to see me off.
That sounds like my training sessions, genuinely. That's why my calf's gone, because we do too much.
Yeah.
I think you need a note.
It's mad.
That is too much, isn't it? Like,
It is.
There's no need for a 2-mile run before playing footy.
We do a warm up of a 3K run, and then we do shuttle runs and like other drills, and then whatever he's then got planned.
That's not a warm up. That's like
That's a full
3/5 of a charity run. That.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's still shit.
After a 2-mile run, you can only manage the Tiago point or the thumb up. You know?
Oh my God!
Now I'm like,
I saw something today where someone had said for 20 years they've been tracking how players scan the game. So,
God.
Elite players, you look around loads. This lad's thing. I'll try and find it on Twitter. It was amazing. He actually put in capitals scanning as though just going around like a big part of football.
well,
Did Ronnie Whelan invent it? Like,
Definitely did. Oh God. Laura, what have you bailed on?
The only thing I could sort of think of off the top of my head was when I was in Thailand a couple of years ago. We went to this elephant sanctuary, and it was one of those that it's all like good for the elephants, no one rides on them or anything like that, and they all roam free, which was the big issue that I had with the elephants, you know, famously massive fucking animals. And the tour guide, we'd seen this, like, there's a little baby one, and the tour guide was like talking about this baby one, and he was saying, oh, the herd get protective of the baby elephant. And we were like, oh, look, he's like doing this with his trunk and like was making all these noises. And then next minute, everyone's like, quick, run. And basically the baby was letting off a distress signal because there were so many people around him that the rest of the herd had all come charging towards him to come and protect him because they all come around the baby elephant. And I actually, shit you not, I was like this far away from a massive like 5-ton blind and deaf elephant because they were like rescue elephants that had been in the circus. And it literally nearly wiped me out. I dropped the shoulder and like ran round. And then I was like, right, I'm going back to the cafe. See you later. and I just, I was like, no. And I was literally shaking for like hours after.
I like the way you did Peter Beardsley to get out of that situation. Sold it one way, went.
Yeah, that was it. Absolutely. I'm not exaggerating by how close that thing was to me. It was.
Oh my God.
I nearly died. Very nearly died.
Yeah, I think.
And you fear sharks and not elephants.
Not the elephant's fault, is it? It's
Yeah, I suppose so.
blind and deaf.
I don't know. They were running recklessly at you, so I'd say they're to blame.
I am terrified of them, to be fair. That and horses as well.
That's just reminded me of a joke that went round our junior school, and we all thought it was amazing. What would you do if an elephant came through your window?
Well, I'd be dropping my shoulder.
I just remember trying to explain it to some lad over. No, if the elephant came through your window, what would you do? I'd run out the door. Well, the door's locked. What would you do? It ruined the joke. Sam, top marks for getting the answer there.
I'm unacceptably proud.
Mike, ever been in over your head and bailed?
Well, mine's also Thailand based, so I don't know if you went when you were there, Laura. There's a big temple on the Chao Phraya River called I think I have to write it down. It's called the Wat Huran, and like it's like obviously goes up like that. Looks like a big pyramid with a big stick on the top of it, and you can walk all the way to the top. And this probably could have been one of my fears as well, actually. So I didn't know that I was worried about heights until I got up this thing, because you go up the first 2 bits, it's like bit and then like a sort of platform that goes round, and then again and again, and you get to the very top one and there's nothing, because like normal people don't go up that high, just because and they haven't put like rails or anything there. So I'm up there. Safety. You say again?
In Thailand, they don't care about safety either.
So. No. So I'm up there. Well, it was our honeymoon, so with my wife, and like not loads, but a few other people. And I turn around, and Louise is like, "Look at this. This is like this is like the best thing you've ever seen. You know, Bangkok. You know, all around." And I'm just looking down with my back against like this, you know, 200-300-year-old Buddhist temple. Like, I can't do that. I don't think I can get down. I don't think I can get down. And she's like, Lou's just like walking around going, pull yourself together. And I was working myself up so much, and I was just my back on the wall, and we had like backpacks and stuff like that. And I just got into my head, if I don't go now, I am never going to go. So I just lashed everything and like got on my bum and like went down each step on the way. And I don't think she noticed I'd gone for about a minute, and like I'm like halfway down this thing, and she's got like all the gear to come down from this height. But in my head, I was like, you work yourself up for something. And I'd got there, I'd got like, this what I'm going to do. Going to go on my bum, going to slide down. And if I hadn't gone at that minute, I'd still be there. I would still be there. Yeah. So yeah, I bailed on my wife on honeymoon.
Were you passing people on the way up as you were on your way down, or? Yeah,
there were a few people coming up, and yeah, I was like trying on my bum, and like these like, fat Americans were like, you know, walking down. And I'm like
shuffling down. It's just worms, mate. It's just worms.
Do you know what? There's a time and a place for dignity, and I think you really correctly assessed that situation.
Yeah, it was just I can't. This is the only way I'm going to get down. There's no rails. These like maniacs just like walking down these steps. Like you probably couldn't, but in my head, you know, everyone everyone was mental and was going to die. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I've been there with you. But we went to Florida with my mum and dad when I was about 16. Went to Wet and Wild, you know, the big drop deck slides. Two got in there, me and my dad, like, right, let's go and do that. Started legging it up the stairs. Got to past, like, there was like a twisty slide underneath it. Got past that, got halfway up, started looking over the edge, thinking, no, it's a bit much that. I basically just shit out halfway up and went into this other twisty slide. It'd do that big death slide. After all, we were like, go ahead, we'll do this now. So sort of on a similar but less sort of death-defying scale, I think.
God.
Yeah, but I do think back and go, I was like 31, like probably shouldn't have, like, you know, shouldn't have probably been that scared.
I'd have been crawling around myself, honestly.
Yeah, I think you was the sensible one, and that's both you and Laura and Les. Actually, I think you were all absolutely correct.
Sensible and correct.
Yeah,
I don't regret a minute of it at all.
Fight or flight.
Yeah, that was it. That was it in a definition. Textbook, everyone. Yeah.
Right, that is it for this week's mailbag. That was an absolute pleasure. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Sam. Thanks to everyone who sent questions in. We'll catch you next time on Mailbag.